Hi everyone, welcome to Nice Driving 40. Watch my viewer as they approach this roundabout on how pocket of space alters and changes with different flows of traffic in different lanes. Notice how little time my viewer actually spent next to people whilst doing that roundabout. And it definitely helped them deal with a white car easily. However, I think I would have taken the left lane if I was taking that exit. Then you're only having to deal with a pocket of space to your right hand side. A similar way of thinking to the first clip. Pocket of space, really important. Totally different passing this ambulance on the left, because it's not going to be overtaking anyone. The highway code mentions about giving up priority to keep situations safe, and it's not about taking priority. There's no pocket of space to utilise to pass these two vulnerable cyclists up ahead, so my viewer simply waits. It's that straightforward. The likelihood of a wobble or a fall off on this particular road and surface was increased. Again, don't go and block a space that someone else wishes or needs to use, especially when your lights are on red. Many people wouldn't understand the need for a keep clear on a bend. But looking at the last lorry, I think that keep clear needs to be a little bigger. What if another lorry came at this point? Would my viewer have still been blocking the road? Don't forget though, they may have been looking right and left and spotted things that made them understand the lights were going to change.
In today's integration, I'm going to try and show you just how easy it can be to read a car vertical report. I've got this one, I know what car it is an Audi R8, but I haven't seen it. Let's see my quick assessment. Okay, it's a 2007, it's been damaged. I'm going to go straight to the photos, have a quick look at the photos. Yep, not so bad rear end. Let's have a little look at the front. That's got both sides. Is the windscreen smashed though? I don't think so. Inside, no airbags gone off, that's a result, and it looks as though it's the proper manual one. All good. It's easily repairable, not for someone like me. There was nothing with theft. I'm going to have a quick look at mileage. And there looks as though, what have we said, 43,500 miles. There looks as though there's a period of inactivity. Not a major deal. There was nothing with financial registration and legal status. We know about the damage. What category was it? It was a category S, yeah, structural damage. And let's go with straight to timeline. This can often tell you a bigger picture. I failed a technical inspection and MOT, first one as well, 2010. Tyres not done or not replaced or too low. It failed again in 2013 for registration plate characters incorrectly spaced on both front and rear. Alright, has it been looked after properly? There's the damage in 2018. License plates has been changed, but it has had an MOT after that in 2023, but maybe not a current one. Does that mean it's been repaired? It's now in storage. Was it looked after originally though? I don't think I'd be put off by this car, but it would require some further investigation, I think, if I was going to spend my money on this. If you use the code Ashley or the links in the description, you can get 20% off checking out your next potential purchase. Thanks, Car Vertical.
Is there a junction near you where people get it commonly wrong and go in the wrong direction from a particular lane? Do you close space down to show them that they've done it wrong? Or do you do this? Don't forget, then send it in to me. I love this clip. Notice the vehicle up in the distance that's driving without lights on. There's an ambulance driver following my viewer, and they use their exemptions, put on the blues, and give them a warning. When my viewer goes past this vehicle in front, you'll see that it looks as though they do have their front lights on. Perhaps the backs are just out. If possible, please carry a spare set of bulbs with you and know how to change them. Another perfect time to give up priority. I think this is one of the most obvious situations, because if you do go up to the giveaway line, your view's blocked by where the bus would have been waiting. It can be a difficult job driving buses, so help out where you can. And don't forget, more people use buses, less people use the roads. And that's a help for everyone. Would the positioning of this van coming with its flashing lights on helped you with the following hazard? It definitely slowed my viewer down. I thought that was quite interesting, unusual, and a good job all round. This is also another great job. The smart motorway systems have spotted that there's a stranded car a little bit further up, and there's plenty of warning signs. But that doesn't mean there's no danger. So the driver of this blood vehicle realises the issue and offers a little protection. And assistance by the look of it. Great job. If you keep away from a lorry's potential blind spots, you're never going to get taken out. Perfect riding. And this is also a great example of why you shouldn't pass vehicles who have emerged onto the roundabout ahead of you. There's always a potential conflict of my viewer sliding off to the left and the lorry continuing further round, which is exactly what happens. But like I said, nothing's ever going to be an issue if you don't sit in a blind spot. It's not too dissimilar to not cross the road from behind a parked car. Use a big space instead. My viewer's following this lorry up ahead, and the road's narrow, with very little chance to potentially safely overtake. The lorry driver recognises this though, and uses an opportunity not too far up the road to allow people to pass. Top class. Perhaps they also knew there was a steep, winding section only a little touch further. My viewers got priority, but they decide to give way to people, and I think it was a good idea. You have to be really careful if doing this that you don't cause extra problems by changing priority. There was also some nice care taken with this jogger running towards traffic. And it was also appreciated. Here's Phil driving his crane, and both the Mercedes and the Land Rover SUV drivers do an amazing job. Remember, a lot of the time a good driver knows when to cede priority. It's not about taking it. Nice to see. To finish, we've got one of my viewers who obviously understands the problems and difficulties driving larger vehicles. First of all, the view with the van driver on the right. And then the size of the lorry waiting to turn.
Right.
Great job, and thanks to everyone who tunes in. See you soon.